In the middle of a ghetto, which was created in 1940, they decided to create ghetto in the ghetto, so the camp for Polish kids inside of the Jewish ghetto. And the barracks and everything which was for this camp was made by Jews from the ghetto, pressed by Nazis. But they were children not from here, not from Łódź, even not from in the beginning. Most of these kids were from Silesia or from Poznań and around, and cities from this part. And they were children who were children of the Poles who were arrested, or they were kids who German Nazis decided not to have together with German boys and girls. What we know from these people who survive the camp, from their point of view, this camp was more terrible than the other camps, because in big camps, they said older people, help children. And in this camp, they were children and they had to protect themselves. They say that it was not too much cooperation. What is probably very sad, that these people who survived, they were not treated as victims, because they explain it, that everybody say, it was not concentration camp, it was nothing. And it was many years they were fighting to be treated as victims of war. And they also said that many of these kids, they are too young to know their identity. It was for kids. It was especially, and every time when something wrong happens to kids, you have this feeling that it should not happen, and especially you have it is like to collect kids, and not to collect them to protect them, but to use them, to beat them, to press them to work. It is what they say, the survivors, that it was the fate of children, so nobody treated that serious, because they believe that they were not treated bad. And
nobody believed that this could happen.
Nobody believed. It is what they said, that they told about it, that for them it was more terrible than Auschwitz, because it was in Auschwitz they were adults who can help these small kids inside. Of course, it is always the individual memory. Maybe what is also interesting, we are here in the area where was the ghetto. So for many people connect these two things. So many people think that it was the camp for Jewish kids because it was inside of the ghetto. So really, many people does not know. They think that it was inside of a ghetto, so it was a camp for Jewish kids in the ghetto. And they are so shocked that it was a different.